Now you're white.
Or bottom.
Gary didn't tell you to do that. You're sort of dented, Gary.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand for the playing of our national anthem by the Linesville High School Marching Band? And please remain standing for the playing of the Lion Alma Mater. Representing Conneaut Valley, the quarterback, Joe Benora, along with Travis Ransom. Representing the Lions, Steve Hawthorne, Mike Drexler, along with Brian Gillette. Immediately following the flipping of the coin was the introduction of the Conneaut Valley Indians. Senior number 50, Travis Ransom. At left tackle, a sophomore, number 60, Jason Schell. At right tackle, a senior number 52, Rob Fontana. At tight end, the junior number 40, Doug Bowen. At split end, the senior number 83, Craig Zazzato. Quarterbacking the Indians, a junior number 13, Joe Benora. At the running back, a senior number 20, Sean Smith. At the other running back, a junior number 24, Pat Matera. And rounding out the Indian lineup, a sophomore at fullback, number 32, Scott Hoover. The Indians come into tonight's ball game under Steve Neal with a record of 0-1, a 12-12 tie against the Maplewood Tigers last week. And now introducing the starting lineup for the undefeated Lions. At center, a senior number 72, Steve Hawthorne. At left guard, a junior number 52, Ken York. At right guard, a senior number 56, Mac Dickey. At left tackle, a junior number 75, Mike Lips. At right tackle, a junior number 61, Tim Valencic. Tight end for the Lions, a junior number 31, J.J. Potts. At split end, the junior number 88, Justin Corey. The quarterback for the Lions, a junior number 12, Lenny McCullough. At the running back, a junior number 24, Mike Drexler. At the slot back, a junior number 30, Trevor Oates. And rounding out the Lion lineup, a senior number 32, Brian Gillette. The Lions are coached by Mr. Dan McCullough in his 19th season. Coming in tonight's ball game with a 1-0 record, a 34-6 victory over the Conneaut Lake Indians last week. Kicking off for the Lions, Jeremy Gear. Kicks the ball down to Sean Smith. And Sean Smith is struck down from behind by Justin Corey. So the Indians the Conneaut Valley Indians will start from the 15-yard line, 1st and 10. Cesato split wide on the left side. Joseph Benura, the junior quarterback. Dickey in on the stop as there's a loss on the play of a couple yards. Brings up 2nd down and a long 11. Benura with the pitch to Matera on the outside. Matera tripped up across the 15, gets out across the 20-yard line before Justin Corey makes the stop. So a pickup of about 7 or 8 yards on the play brings up 3rd down and about 4. Cesato wide on the left. Into the line, and little gain on the play should bring up a 4th down. Tim Valencic in on the stop. Gain of only about a foot, so it'll bring up 4th down and still 4 yards. Inside the 10-minute mark. Going back deep for the Lions, Mike Drexler, along with Jason Dietz. Mike Brady. Kenny York in on that stop as the snap went over Mike Brady's head. And the Lions are down on about the 1-yard line. Inside the 1-yard line. So a big break early on for the Lions.
See that move?
the backfield behind McCullough, junior quarterback. McCullough gives to Drexler. Drexler threw for the touchdown. So, on the first play from scrimmage, Mike Drexler puts the Lions up 6-0 with 9:27 remaining here in the first quarter. Lions attempting a two-point conversion. Brian Potts wide on the left side. And on a reverse, it's Drexler. And Drexler is tripped down by Sean Smith. So with 9:27 remaining here in the first quarter, Lions 6 and the Indians nothing. Up the football. Sean Smith deep. Along with Pat Matera. Matera and Smith deep. And the ball goes to Matera's side. And it's going to go out of bounds. That will draw the penalty flag. Okay, Conneaut Valley selected to take the football. Okay, the football sits right at the 35-yard line. So Conneaut Valley with their second possession now. Neither team having a first down. Banura pitches back to Hoover as Hoover takes the right side. Steve Hawthorne making the stop on Scott Hoover. Pick up by Hoover of 1 yard on the play. Second down and 9. And again, this time to Matera. And Matera finds a hole on the left side. Picks up about 8 yards on the play. McCullough and Drexler in on the stop of Matera after a pickup of 8. Brings up third down and 1. And a keeper by Banura gets very close to the first down line. Brian Gillette in on the stop. And they have set it down short. So it's fourth down and about a foot. So a fourth down situation on the Conneaut Valley's own 45-yard line. And Matera is hit. And it appears the across the line, which should move the flags. It does. And Conneaut Valley picks up their first down. Brian Gillette and Brian Potts in on the stop, but not before Valley picks up their first down. The ball at the Valley, 45-yard line. And Manura swarmed and under. A loss on the play of about 7 yards. Kenny York and Tim Valensik, Steve Hawthorne in on the big tackle. Loss of about 6 or 7 yards on the play. We'll call it 2nd and 17. And we got movement. We'll bring it to 2nd and 22. As movement on the right side of the line. Illegal procedure, 5-yard penalty. So the ball will be on about the 35-yard line. Second down and 22. Manura back to pass. Manura throws the screen to Matera. And Matera gets back about 3 or 4 yards on the play. Brian Potts in on that stop of Pat Matera. Pickup of about 4 yards on the play. Brings it up 3rd and about 18. From the 39-yard line. And Manura back to pass. Manura looking long, throws short, and incomplete. Juggled on the play by Craig Zazzato, but unable to hold on to it. So a punting situation for Conneaut Valley. Mike Brady does the punting for Coach Steve Neal's Indians. And Brady backs up to about the 25-yard line. Dietz and Drexler back for the Lions. Brady's punt goes towards Dietz. Dietz at the 32. Dietz breaks the tackle. Jason Dietz finally dives across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Travis Ransom in on that stop for Conneaut Valley. So a run back of about 12 yards for Jason Dietz. Steve Hawthorne up over the football for the Lions, senior center. Gillette. Quick handoff into the middle, picks up about 4. Brian Gillette, the counter to Mike Drexler, picks up about 4.5 yards on the play, brings up 2nd and 6. Todd Meal making that stop on the senior running back for the Lions, Brian Gillette. McCauley gives to Drexler. Drexler tries to get to the outside, turns the corner. Mike Drexler for the first down inside the 40-yard line. Pat Matera finally running down Drexler on the angle, but not before the Lions pick up their first down. in Indian territory. Quick handoff to Gillette. Into the middle. And Brian Gillette at 5'5". Pounds the center of the line. Before Scott Hoover brings down the fullback for the Lions after a pickup of about 8 yards on the play. Second down and 2. 3.5 minutes remaining in quarter number 1. Lion fullback Brian Gillette tips the scales at 160, 5'5". McCall again to Gillette. Gillette straight down the middle. And a penalty flag in the middle. And we'll see what the yellow flag draws. Joe Bonura finally made that stop on Gillette. But we'll see what the officials have indicated here. The penalty has been indicated against the Lions. It obviously will come back since the Lions had a big run on it at a first down.
It's a penalty.
So, with the penalty, the Lions are faced a second down and 2 again. Now they've moved it again. And Drexler. Now as McCullough looks, McCullough fires, incomplete. J.J. Potts is the one that could not hold on to McCullough's aerial. So the first pass by the Lions goes incomplete. Brings up a third down and 7. Third and 7 for the Lions. McCullough fires, incomplete. And this time it was intended for Mike Drexler, and Drexler could not pick it up, although it would have only been a gain of about would have been short of the first down. Brings up a punting situation for the Lions. Mike Drexler does the punting for the Lions from the 45-yard line. Fair catch is called for and gets a good line roll inside the 10 and is down what appears to be around the 5-yard line. So the Lions get a good punt out of Mike Drexler on the play, and indeed they set it down on about the 5-yard line. First down from the 5 as we approach the 2-minute mark in quarter number 1. Lions on top by 6. gets up around the 10-yard line on the play. Tim Valencia making that stop after a pickup of 5. So the Indians come out with a little bit of running room, move out to the 10-yard line. Again, off the right side, draws the penalty flag, as we may have had an illegal formation as we had some movement. We'll wait, let the officials sort it out. No, illegal procedure charged against Conneaut Valley. So it goes back to the 5-yard line again, where we have 2nd down and 10. Manura back to pass. Manura throws incomplete. Short of his intended receiver, Aaron Meade. Brings up a 3rd down and 10. Stops the clock with 1:14 remaining in the first quarter. Back for a quick punt, and the punt's going to roll dead out around the 35-yard line. So the Lions, that's the 35-yard line, will have good field position and start with 1st down. Gillette in behind, Drexler takes the ball, cuts behind the pass, and Drexler to the outside, down around the 25-yard line. Craig Zazzato making that hit on Drexler, and we'll have to see where they spot the football. Officials timeout for a measurement, as Mike Drexler hauls in that completed pass. Check that run to the right side, very close to 10 yards. And it is a 1st down. The Lions' 2nd 1st down of the night. And so the Lions, that's the 25-yard line, have a 1st and 10. 47 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. Lions on top by 6. To Gillette into the middle, and Gillette gets inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line, pick up maybe a couple yards on the play. They mark it only about a yard gain by Brian Gillette. Andy Masoni making that stop for Conneaut Valley. 2nd down and 9, as we may get one play off before the end of the first quarter. And that ends quarter number number 1 as the teams head upfield. The Lions enjoying a 6-0 lead with a 1-yard run by Mike Drexler after a missed punt by Conneaut Valley. Corey split wide on the left side. In motion is Trevor Oates. And Oates gets inside the 20 to about the 19-yard line. Joe Benura in on that stop for Coach Steve Neal. The give goes to Gillette, and Gillette powers his way to the 6-yard line. Brian Gillette, the Lion fullback on the quick inside move, powers all the way to the Valley 6-yard line. And the Lions chalk up first down, number 3. Drexler and Gillette in behind McCullough. First and goal at the 6. Drexler. And Drexler still up. Can only get about to the line of scrimmage before a host of Valley Indians. Forward progress is marked to the 5-yard line. Second down and goal at the 5-yard line. Gillette and Drexler in behind Lenny McCullough. And Gillette with a power into the middle. And the 5'5" senior fullback drives it home and puts 6 markers on the board for Coach Dan McCullough. Brian Pod brings in the play as the Lions will attempt the 2-point conversion. And again, it's Gillette on the power, and he goes all the way as the Lions, with the power wedge, drives it home, and with 10:10 remaining in the first half, Lions 14, Conneaut Valley nothing. Teeing up the ball at the 40-yard line. Pat Matera along with Sean Smith, deep for the black and white. And Gear kicks to Smith. Smith at the 16-yard line, across the 25, the 30, and dragged down at the 30-yard line. Justin Corey making that hit on Sean Smith. Smith gets from the 16 to the 31-yard line. So a run back of 15 yards for Sean Smith. So junior quarterback Joseph Manura goes to work at his own 30-yard line. And a give goes to Matera. Matera is pulled from behind in the backfield by Tim Valencia. Tim Valencia cutting from behind brings Matera down for a loss of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 12. And a give goes to Matera in the middle. Matera, big hole. Pat Matera is finally drugged down with a touchdown-saving tackle by Jason Dietz. Jason Dietz, with a last-gasp effort, is able to pull Pat Matera down, or he would have been off for 70 yards. Pickup by Pat Matera, the flashy running back for Conneaut Valley. And Manura looks. Manura fires deep, complete to Craig Cesano for another 1st down, all the way down inside the Lions 20-yard line. Mike Drexler finally brings down Cesano, but not before he gets to the 15-yard line. So Conneaut Valley with their 3rd 1st down of the night. Matera and Hoover in behind Manura. And Manura looks, and Manura almost gets buried on a split. Fires over the head of Sean Smith. In on coverage was Justin Corey. Joe Manura did a nice job to get away from a blitz that came. And brings up a 2nd down and 10 at the 15-yard line. 8:10 remaining in the 1st half. And a pitch to Matera. Matera to the left side. Tries to turn in, but Tim Valencia will have nothing to do with it. Valencia makes first contact, and there may be a loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 10 as they spot the ball on about the same line of scrimmage. The ball at the 15-yard line, 3rd and 10. Meade split wide on the right side. And Manura to pass. Penalty flag. A short pass on the left side goes to Bowen, and Bowen, the big tight end, tries to get down to the 10-yard line, but we have illegal procedure marked against Conneaut Valley, so it'll bring up a penalty situation or a 4th down, whichever the Lions choose. Okay, 5-yard penalty. That's the 3rd penalty marked off against Conneaut Valley, of 5 yards. Brings the ball back to the 20-yard line as an illegal motion is charged against the black and white. Brings up 3rd down and 15. Manura back to pass. Manura fires complete on the play. Got around to 1st down, very close. And it is a first down as Sean Smith hauls in that Joe Manura pass. Enough 15 yards or more, and the first down, first and goal for the Conneaut Valley Indians, and the Lions face their first goal line stands of the year at the 5-yard line. And the pitch to Matera. Matera thrown for a loss on the play, back to the 10-yard line. Justin Corey and Mac Dickey was in on that. The ball spotted out around the 9-yard line, so second down and goal at the 9. Manura gets to Pavatera, and Pavatera dives and maybe gets a yard. Gets back around the line of scrimmage, which will bring up a 3rd and 9. Steve Hawthorne, the big senior for the Lions, makes a stop on Matera. So the ball still remains at the 9-yard line, 3rd and 9. Meade split wide on the left side. And Manura to look, throws, and picked off. I believe it's Brian Gillette. Picks off. Brian Gillette. That picks off that pass and steps right in front of the intended receiver and brings it back to the 45-yard line. And the quick move to Gillette. Gillette close to a first down, driven back, be short by about a yard. Forward progress to about the 45-yard line, 9.5-yard pickup by the little Lion fullback, Brian Gillette. The Lions in Conneaut Valley territory at the 45-yard line. McCullough to Drexler. Drexler gets the first down. And Drexler turns the corner. Finally driven out at the 23-yard line by Joe Manura. But Drexler gets a big first down all the way to the Conneaut Valley 24-yard line. And we have timeout on the field, charge to Conneaut Valley. 4:14 remaining in the first half. Lions 14 and the Indians nothing. McCullough gives off to Dietz on the play. Dietz inside the 15-yard line to about the 14. Shane Peterson hauls down Jason Dietz as he carries the ball for the first time tonight. A pickup of 9 3/4 yards. So it'll be second down and less than 1. Ball just inside the 15-yard line. And a give goes to Gillette in the power play, and the power goes inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. Shane Peterson, once again, finally able to stop Gillette. But not before the power wedge picks the first down and inside the 5-yard line. Lions have a first and goal at the 4. Gillette and Drexler, the co-players of the week last week by WVCC, as they both had big days against Conneaut Lake. And Drexler fights to the end zone. So Mike Drexler puts the 3rd touchdown on the board for the Lions. This time the Lions will try a kick, the point after touchdown by Mike Drexler. Doing the holding will be J.J. Potts. And Potts throws to the outside, wide open, and drops the football. Justin Corey, all alone in the end zone, drops the 2-point conversion. And so with 3 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the half, the Lions 20 and the Indians nothing. Does the kicking. Matera and Smith, deep for Coach Steve Neal. And the sophomore, Gear, booms the ball to Smith. Smith, and trips on the ball, and picks it up, gets around to 30, and is upended on the play by Brian Potts. Did a nice job of taking Smith low, upending the ball carrier across the 35-yard line. The officials mark it at the 36. First down for Conneaut Valley. 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. Cezedo split wide on the right. Banura pitches to Matera. Matera looks for running room, and Drexler finally drives him down. A loss of 5 on the play, as Matera had nowhere to turn the corner. Reversed the field, and the speedster, Mike Drexler, brings him down from behind for a loss of 5 yards. Second down and 14 for Conneaut Valley. The ball at the Valley Indian 32-yard line. Banera looks. Banera fires. Incomplete. As the pass was intended for Cezedo. Thrown slightly short. Stops the clock. Brings up 3rd down and 14. Banera's passing stats here in the first half. 2 for 7. Both completed passes were for first downs. Indians in with 4 first downs in the first half. Third down, Banura to pass, penalty flag, throw a screen, and the wall was there, but nobody to catch the football. And we have a motion penalty once again charged against Conneaut Valley. The pass is declined, so it brings up 4th down and 14. Punting situation for Conneaut Valley. 1:57 remaining here in the first half. The Lions declining the penalty, so they can get the football with 1:57 remaining. Drexler and Dietz back up across midfield to the 40-yard line. Mike Brady does the punting for the Indians. Brady from his 20. And the punt comes toward Drexler. And Drexler touches his knee down. And takes the hit with one knee down. So it'll be first down for the Lions at the 36-yard line. Mike Flips, the big tackle, brings in the play from head coach Dan McCullough as we have a minute and a half. I believe the Lions have all 3 timeouts remaining. From the 36-yard line. And now the Lions take a timeout. The Lions 0 for 2 in the passing department. Conneaut Valley in with 2 for 7 in the first half. And just 1 turnover in the first half, and that was the interception. 1 minute, 26 seconds remaining in half number 1. Lions at their own 36-yard line. McCullough fires through the arms of Brian Potts, and coverage on the play was Cezedo. Stops the clock, brings up second down and 10. Throws short and in and out of the numbers of Justin Corey. So it brings up a 3rd and 10 as McCullough goes 0 for 4 here in the first half. Drexler trying to get an opening, gets about 9 yards on the play, and there's a penalty flag in the backfield. And they're talking to Conneaut Valley, which means the penalty is against the Lions. Illegal procedure, motion penalty. Bring up 4th down. That's the 2nd penalty for the Lions for a total of 20 yards. Moves the ball back to the 30-yard line, so a 3rd down and 15. Seconds remaining. 3rd and 15 for the Lions. McCullough looks, McCullough fires, completes to Drexler for a first down. So Mike Drexler hauls in the 15.5-yard pass, and timeout is on the field as McCullough completes his first pass, a bullet to Mike Drexler for 15 yards and the first down. The second timeout for the Lions, so they should have one timeout remaining, 46 seconds in the first half.
I didn't see any progress, but I saw the traffic.
First and 10, but low on time as McCullough looks. McCullough throws behind Jason Dietz. Would have been a pickup of only about 4 yards on the play. Incomplete as it was thrown behind Jason Dietz. Stops the clock with 40 seconds remaining, second down and 10. Justin Corey brings in the play from head coach Dan McCullough. In his 19th season at the helm of the Orange and Black, the only football coach ever in Linesville. And goes to Drexler. Drexler trying to get outside, picks up about 9 yards, but tripped up by Sean Smith. And the Lions take their final timeout. What's indicated on the field, but 31 seconds remaining in the first half. And the handoff goes to, I believe it's Gillette who picks up the first down into about the 34-yard line, but the Lions can no longer stop the clock. So the clock cranks. McCullough back to pass. McCullough looks, fires deep. Into Mike Drexler. A perfect throw over Joe Badura for the 6 points. 34 yards. As a great pass over the hands of Joe Badura and in front of Aaron Mead that was in on coverage. And the connection, McCullough to Drexler, puts 6 on the board with 15 seconds remaining. Once again, Mike Drexler lines up to kick the point after touchdown. And we got a beehive of activity. Potts puts it down. Drexler kicks it off the side. No good. So with 15 seconds remaining, the Lions on top by 26. I want to announce that we have Pizza Joe's Pizza coming at halftime. Get it while it's hot. There's only 6 pizzas coming, so line up for your pizza. Pizza Joe's Pizza here at the press box at halftime. Okay, delivered hot, so keep that in mind. Check your booster number. We've got that music number again, that band. If you bought a 50-50 ticket, look for 158, the last 3 digits. It has not been claimed yet. 158, the last 3 digits. So check your number for $67. Jeremy Gear, the sophomore, kicking off once more. And Gear's kick comes to Matera. Matera at the 20, the 25. Matera breaks the tackle. And finally is brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 seconds remaining. Jerry Smith in on that stop of Pat Matera. And Conneaut Valley calls timeout with 8 seconds remaining. Remember, we have some hot Pizza Joe's Pizza coming at halftime to the press box. Also available down there, they've got some Lion football hats for $5 and Lion license plates for $4. So if you're a Lion fan, you can pick up a nice football hat for $5. Also, you can pick up a Lion license plates for $4 or for a piece of pizza for even less. First and 10 from the 39-yard line. Matera, back to pass, throws incomplete through the hands of Craig Zazzato. Stops the clock with 5 seconds remaining. Joseph Pinura, the stats for the first half, 2 for 8 and 2 first downs. Second down and 10. And Pat Matera, but Matera is drugged down from behind right at the line of scrimmage. And the buzzer goes off. Teams head to the locker rooms with the Lions up by 26. Don't forget, at halftime we have hot pizza available and also the band booster ticket number 158, the last 3 digits.
Got a comfortable enough lead.
Lion football hats. Very nice hats for $5. And also, you can pick up license plates for $4. Lion license plates for $4. The winner of the band boosters, 50-50, worth $67, was Warren Love of Linesville.
Want a cup of coffee?
No. I didn't want to get all the way back up there to have you ask.
Well,
Now that's hot dog.
I don't know. It's probably here.
I thought about it after I got on.
You ever get weighted up? Keep walking every morning and still get weighted. If I keep losing, I'm going to be as big as me. That's right. You're lucky you got in there.
kicking off here in the second half. Drexler indeed that comes up short, but Drexler takes the ball. Mike Drexler into the middle, and Drexler gets up close to the 45-yard line. As a host of Indians come up off of Mike Drexler. Looks like that's Pat Matera on top of Drexler at the 45. And a power wedge across midfield to about the 48-yard line. Ball carrier this time. One of the 2 times he's carried the football tonight, and he gets close to a first down, and it is a first down. So Trevor Oates gives the Lions first down number 9 for the Lions. 9 first downs, 8 in the first half. First one here by Trevor Oates in the second half. Check that, 8 first downs. And Drexler on the counter. Drexler tries to get to the outside. And puts a spin move, picks up 5 yards on the play. Craig Zazzato finally brought down Drexler as he cut inside, tried to get to the outside at the 38-yard line. Second down and 5. Second and 5. And Drexler to the outside. Drexler for the first down. So Mike Drexler, the junior running back, scampers 6 yards for first down number 9. And adds to his totals for the night. First down at the 33. McCullough on a keeper. McCullough looks, fires, and intercepted by Joseph Anura, and tripped up and finally drugged down on the play by Tim Valencic. I believe the original pass. So we have a turnover by the Lions. The Lions' first turnover, an interception, as Lenny McCullough overthrows his target, and Joseph Anura is there to pick off the play. And Pat Vanura dives ahead for maybe a yard on the play. Joe Vanura. One yard gain on the play brings up second down and 9 at the 32-yard line. Hoover and Matera behind Banura. The pitch goes to Matera. Matera trying to spread it out and can't turn the corner and draws the flag, which may be a face mask. So as it strings out along the line of scrimmage, The yellow flag comes down, which was probably a face mask. No, illegal block against Conneaut Valley. So that could be a big one against the Indians. Illegal block, 10-yard penalty from the point of the infraction, which was the 30-yard line. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 21. That's the 5th penalty against Conneaut Valley for a total of 30 yards. And on a counter play, Tim Valencia tripped up the ball and a loss of 1 more yard. Back to the 20-yard line. So it's 3rd down and 21 as the Valley Indians have to get across the 41-yard line. Third and 21. And Manura to pass, looks for the screen, and the screen pass. Bowen picks up maybe 1 yard on the play. Now they set it down right on the 20, so no gain on the play on that screen pass. Kenny York smelling out that screen play. So a punting situation for Conneaut Valley. Drexler and Dietz back up to midfield. Brady from the 10 gets a boomer away. And Mike Drexler fair catches the ball at the 44-yard line. So about a 50, 55-yard punt by Mike Brady, a freshman, kicking that football. And the Lions take over at their own 44-yard line. Six minutes, 25 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. And Lenny McCullough does not like the formation, calls timeout. .6:25 remaining in the third quarter, first down. McCullough gives to Dietz. Dietz is tripped up from behind after he picks up about 9 yards on the play. Jason Schill making the stop on Jason Dietz. Dietz off the right side, and Dietz picks up the first down. Jason Dietz picks up about 4 yards on the play and a first down. Number 10 for the Lions in first down. Drexler, the second man through, picks up only a yard on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 9. Second down and 9. for about 6 or 7 yards on the play, up to the 33-yard line. Travis Ransom making that stop for Conneaut Valley. So a 3rd down and 2 situation. And the give goes to Drexler. Drexler breaks the tackle and picks up 10 yards going backwards. Mike Drexler rambles for another 1st down, number 11, as the Lions put together a sustained drive here in the 3rd quarter. Give goes straight ahead to Gillette, I believe. Brian Gillette inside the 20, down to about the 16-yard line. As the Lions here continue to run that football. Ball at the 16-yard line. Lions in with 11 first downs. Steve Hawthorne, the senior center, up over that football. Lenny McCullough, junior quarterback. And on a keeper, McCullough tries to turn the corner. And finally run out of bounds, but not before he picks up a 1st down inside the 10. Sean Smith, for the black and white, runs the Lion quarterback on the quarterback keeper, out of bounds at about the 6 or 7 yard line. They mark it at about the 6, so it's 1st and goal from the 6 yard line. And Gillette down the middle. Gillette's got to be close to the goal line, as Brian Gillette takes that power move inside the 1 yard line. Two and a half minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. As a cloud of steam rises over the Lion huddle. They are smoking, that's for sure. And Brian Gillette on a little bit of change-up went in for the touchdown. And Mike Drexler will once again attempt the point after touchdown. J.J. Potts holding the football. Potts sets it down. Drexler kicks it up. And it is good. So Mike Drexler drives home the PAT. And with 2:09 remaining in the 3rd quarter, the Lions 33. Sean Smith are deep for Conneaut Valley. Matera. Matera picks it up, reverses his field, breaks a tackle, and is finally driven to the ground at the 30-yard line. Justin Corey, one of the big hits on Pat Matera. So the Valley starts at the 30-yard line. Inside the 2-minute mark. Joseph Banura, junior quarterback. And Matera upended at the line of scrimmage by Brian Gillette. Playing a good ball game on both sides of the line. Gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. Up about 4 yards on the play. We'll call it 3rd down and 5 as the football just across the 35-yard line. And the pitch goes to Matera. Matera cuts back inside. And Pat Matera picks up a 1st down here in the 3rd quarter. Number 5 for Conneaut Valley. I believe it's the 1st here in the 2nd half. As the quick junior tailback scampers 5.5 yards, picks up a 1st down. Banura throws, complete, and drops on the play. Incomplete, as Aaron Mead had originally caught the ball. And Mike Drexler hits Mead and pops the ball loose. Brings up 2nd down and 10. And Tim Valente comes through with the big play, and 3rd quarter comes to conclusion on the loss on the play. And the Lions head for home with a 32-0 lead, heading 33-0 lead, heading to the 4th quarter. To play the Lakeview Sailors. Banura, back to pass. Banura, covered in the backfield. Steve Hawthorne, along with Tim Valente, are putting the pressure on that offensive line for Coach Steele. So we got 4th down and a taxi ride from about the 27-yard line. Valley has to go to midfield. And the Valley punter is a freshman, gets another good punt. Mike Drexler calls it fair and downs it at the 41-yard line. Coverage by Pat Matera. Conneaut Valley. Each team now has used one timeout here in the second half. McCullough gives off on the play to Oates. And Trevor Oates picks up yardage up to about the 46-yard line. Second down and 6 as a gain of 4 yards by Trevor Oates. With the ball off the left side, finds a hole, picks up a first down. Trevor Oates comes out of the slot in motion and carries the ball across midfield to the 46-yard line. First down, number 13 for the orange and black. And the inside power move and gets down to about the 40-yard line. Gain of about 5 yards on the play. Second down and 5. And goes to Gillette. And Gillette appears to pick up another first down. It is number 14 as Brian Gillette, the senior fullback. 13 of the Lions' first downs have come by way of the run, 1 by way of the pass. McCullough on a keeper, looking for running room, and gets down inside the 20-yard line as he's tripped up by Manura, but not before McCullough picks up a first down. Number 15. McCullough gives to Oates again. Oates carries the ball out of the slot for about 3 yards on the play, brings up second and 7. Shane Peterson tripping up Oates on the play. And we have an injured player on the field.
I don't know where he is. He should be over here.
Steve Hawthorne hobbled to the sideline. So, sigh of relief as the Lions center, Steve Hawthorne, the big 5'8", 207-pound center for the Lions, makes his way to the sideline. down from behind, down around the stick marker. We'll have to wait and see. Third down and 2 as the ball is marked at the 10-yard line. And it's very close. We'll have to see where the officials spot the football. Gillette carries the ball for a first down. So Brian Gillette picks up number 16 for the Lions here. All but one have been by way of the rush. And the ball carrier goes to Trevor Oates. Carries the ball into around the 4-yard line. Brings up second down and goal on about the 4. Justin Corey split wide on the left. Ethan Gillette behind McCullough. And a fumble on the play. And I believe that's the first fumble of any kind we've had tonight. McCullough quickly jumps on the football as, of course, Hawthorne is out of the ball game. The Lions have a different center. So it brings third down and 4. A reminder that any boosters that can stick around for 5 or 10 minutes after the ball game, every year the boosters do a great job of help picking up after the football game, paper, cans, ropes, and so forth. Certainly would be appreciated. Penalty flag we'll have to see, as the penalty flag was thrown in the Lion backfield. And a motion penalty is going to be charged against the Lions. Should bring it out to about the 9-yard line, where it'll be third down and goal at the 9. McCullough looks, cuts back inside. Lenny McCullough for the touchdown. So Lenny McCullough breaks to the outside, cuts back, goes to 9 yards for the touchdown. Run by Lenny McCullough, and now Mike Drexler will attempt the point after touchdown. And Potts draws the entire wrath of the Conneaut Valley football team. And timeout on the field, 5:03 remaining. Just a reminder as the teams head upfield. gets into this one. Sean Smith at the 10-yard line. Smith heads for the sideline. And so, entire new squad comes on. We'll try to give you the numbers here. As we have the Lion reserves on the field, we'll try to pick up some numbers for you. Bonura back to throw. Throws the out pattern through the arms of Cesato. In on coverage for the Lions, Kyle Hood, a freshman, number 33. Bonura back to pass. Bonura throwing the ball and caught on the play by 6th first down for the Conneaut Valley Indians. Big pass play. Bonura fumbles the ball but jumps right on it. So we have 2nd down and 10. Inside the 4-minute mark. Reminder, Conneaut Valley plays host to Cambridge Springs next week. Another tough contest for head coach Steve Neal as the Lions then head off to Lakeview. And a pitch goes to Matera. Matera tries the right side, turns the corner, and fumbles the football, but I believe it was ruled dead. So another first down as the junior halfback scampers for a 7th first down.
I know you're at 3 more minutes.
And a give goes I believe Matera was the ball carrier. Picks up 5 yards on it, or 4 yards on the play, comes up with 2nd and 6. Broken play. Bonura looks to throw and there's no one around. So it goes down at the line of scrimmage, brings up 3rd down. Penalty flag. Offside charged against the Lions, I assume is encroachment as someone reached into the neutral zone. And so the Lions penalized 5. Brings up the 5th penalty for the Lions for a total of 25 yards. Few penalties in this ball game tonight. 3rd down and inches. Matera Matera at the left side. Matera turns the corner. And Matera breaks the corner for the touchdown. So Pat Matera goes in from the 20-yard line for the score. Pitches back on the play. And Scott Hoover goes in for the two-point conversion. So with 1:27 remaining on the clock, the Lions 33 and Conneaut Valley 8. Along with Dietz. And a boomer to Dietz at the 15. Dietz across the 15 to 20, to 25 to 30. And he runs down to the 38-yard line as Keith Gioco upends Dietz at the 38-yard line. And timeout by the Lions as they try to organize. While we have a timeout on the field, just another request that anyone that can stick around and help the boosters at the end of the contest would certainly be appreciated. Eighth graders will be taking on Conneaut Valley, and Monday the JVs will travel to Conneaut Valley and play. Give on the play goes to number 20, Jeff Logan, and Jeff Logan picks up about 5 yards on the play. 1 minute. As mentioned, the Little Lions 7th and 8th graders play Conneaut Valley tomorrow morning here on the Lion Field. And the JVs trek off to Conneaut Valley Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock. Tim Crum takes a snap and fumbles it, but jumps on top of the loose football. Brings up a third down. And we may be down to the final 30 seconds. On the play goes to Adam Brown, and Adam Brown gets up around midfield to the 45-yard line as we count it down. Congratulations to the Lions as they head off. A reminder, the Lions travel to Lakeview next week while Conneaut Valley plays host to Cambridge Springs. Anyone can stick around for 10 or 15 minutes following the ball game. The boosters would certainly appreciate it. Good luck to both teams.